Qoph or Qoph. I learned the letter is Qoph. You remember that all the letters of the Hebrew alphabet have numerical value. Aleph is 1, Bet is 2, Gimel is 3, Dalet is 4, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod is 10, and then it starts counting by tens. So Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod. Kaf is 20, Lamed is 30, Mem is 40, Nun is 50, Samek is 60, Ayin is 70, Pei, remember the mouth, Pei is 80, Tzadeh, righteousness, Tzadik is 90, Qoph is 100, and that is the age of Abraham when he had his son, when the divine promise was fulfilled and he received that divine promise. At 100 years old. He was given the promise long before that. So you can imagine how many times Avraham called out to God looking for the fulfillment of that promise. You can imagine him praying the very words of the Qoph stanza, which begins on page 145, page 775, verse 145. He says, I call with my whole heart. And that word call is kara, and it begins with Qoph. It's actually karati. Kind of sounds like karate. It's not martial arts. It's the art of prayer. It's prayerful arts. Karati, I cry with my whole heart, my lev. Going back to what we learned about Lamed, praying with our heart brings us up to focus on things above rather than things below. And then in verse 146, it's the same thing. Karateka, I cry to you. I call out to you. And actually, there's a similar letter that's basically the Arabic version of Qoph in Arabic, and it's connected with the word Quran. When Muhammad was in the desert caves of Arabia, very close to where Abraham was, Angel Gabriel appeared to Muhammad and said, Ikra, which means recite what I'm about to tell you. And that became the reciting, the Quran. So the letter Qoph is connected to the founders of Judaism and Islam. I call to you, oh, that you would save me. I will keep your decrees. Early in the morning I cry out to you, for in your word is my trust. The psalmist wakes up, and perhaps Abraham woke up early in the morning at dawn to pray and cry out and call out to God. And then verse 148, my eyes are open in the night watches, that I may meditate upon your promise. You can totally imagine Father Abraham praying this very prayer, because his promise, the promise from God was that his descendants would be as numerous as the sands and the desert floor, and as numerous as the stars in the night sky. My eyes are open in the night watches. I'm looking at the stars, that I may meditate upon your promise that my descendants will be as numerous as the stars in the sky. And that promise is fulfilled when Abraham turns 100 years old, the numerical value of the letter Qoph. Hear my voice, O Lord, according to your chesed, your loving kindness. According to your judgments, give me life. They draw near who in malice persecute me. They are very far from your law. You, O Lord, are near at hand, and all your commandments are true. Long have I known from your decrees that you have established them forever. I call out to you, and I wait for your promise to be fulfilled. I wait to receive your promise, just as Abraham waited many decades for God's promise to him to be fulfilled. Qoph invites us to wait and cry out for God's promises to us to be fulfilled? What is God giving birth to in you? And in what ways are you being called by God to wait and trust and to cry out, even early in the morning, even late at night, even in midday, to cry out and call out, karati, to the God who will fulfill your promise? That is the invitation of Qoph.
With my whole heart, I'll wait. With my whole heart.